So let's move on from just hitting the ball on the ground with a hammer and introduce golf clubs, because unfortunately the game of golf is not played with golf hammers, although I think it would be simpler if it was. The first club I'd like you to introduce would be a fairway wood or a rescue golf club, which is pretty well going to keep the ball on the deck just as we're doing with a hammer. I've actually introduced my mini driver here. It's a 9-iron shaft with a driver head. It's going to do the same job though. Same principle, I'm going to set myself up, adopt my holding position that I feel I can get the job done with, have some rehearsals, and go and try and do the job. But of course golf isn't always played with 9-iron drivers or fairway or rescue wood, so we've got to introduce irons. Same principle going to be applied now to a 7-iron. The 7-irons work slightly differently because we're introducing more and more loft. And because of that, what we also do then to try and achieve an appropriate strike is we introduce a little bit of a shaft lean. So the shaft leans forward slightly towards the target. That gives us more control and allows us to deliver the club in a more effective way. So let's look at that in this particular scenario here. Same task, club behind the ball. I'm going to lean the shaft slightly forward and then adopt my hold and position. Again, some little rehearsals, and then go and do the job towards the 10-yard pole. So the ball, because I struck it quite near the bottom, popped up in the air quite nicely. Quite low, but that's what a 7-iron should do over this distance. And again, let's look at then introducing more loft and see what that effect that has. Pitching wedge here, so about 47 or 8 degrees of loft. Again, because of that, the most effective way to use this is with some shaft lean. I'm going to introduce that and deliver it in exactly the same way as I was using my golf hammer. So club behind, shaft lean, adopt my hold and position, some little rehearsals that I feel are appropriate, and do the job. So I want you to go and explore that now, introducing golf clubs. Maybe you could intermittently go back to the golf hammer and use it to kind of get a sense and then move back and forward through the clubs. So let me see you practice those for 10 or 20 shots, and then we'll move on from there.